I just feel like irritated, like itchy. I just feel like there's something missing. Yeah, of course, probably the fat, because the fat, I think, especially combined with the sugar, when you have some sugar, it just makes you really peaceful and calm. So today is day number 3 of my high carb, low fat diet. Protein around 70-80 grams. Actually, it's probably more. If you think about 1 chicken breast and 1 tuna can, this is around 100 grams of protein. Anyway, so last night, what I noticed is, even if I'm kind of full, yeah, I think I had more calories in than I needed. But I went to bed, and without the overall excess fat I used to eat, chocolate at nighttime, or just fatty on meats and more butter and, just more fat. I felt full last night, but I wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't uncomfortable full, if I say, yeah. I think I finished around 8 o'clock eating, which is way too late. I think best time to finish is around 6, the latest 7. So at least you have 3 hours to digest the food. I think 4 hours is even better. 3-4 hours is enough for digesting, and then you have a better sleep. Anyway, but I just couldn't sleep. I could not sleep. So I just feel like irritated, like itchy. I just feel like there's something missing. Yeah, of course, probably the fat, because the fat, I think, especially combined with the sugar, when you have some sugar, it just makes you really peaceful and calm. And so even if I'm full now, you just feel tense and itchy. And so that could be the reason why I couldn't sleep. Another reason was also, at the moment, I'm sleeping a lot. I probably sleep, or I spend time in bed, probably 9 to 10 hours. I wake up at 9 o'clock, go to bed 11 o'clock. So there's a lot of sleeping time here, plus also not enough daytime to get really tired. So see how it goes tonight, because this morning I had to get up a bit earlier. So I wake up, I think, around 8 o'clock, which is still actually quite late. But at the moment I don't have a job. I'm looking for a job. So my family is overseas on holiday. So I have a little bit more freedom to sleep in, and I do like getting up later. Normally 7, 8 I like to get up, and I also like getting to bed late. Anyway, I just want to keep focusing on this diet, yeah. So I just couldn't really sleep. Another factor was probably also because I was a bit nervous. I had a job interview this morning. So there's a lot of factors, but I think it's mainly because this restlessness, I think that comes from cutting out the fat. And I don't know if it will last if I keep going. I think your body needs to adjust, because I think my body is probably quite fat adapted, and now you're switching to burning mainly carbs. And this morning I woke up a little bit hungry, and before I went to the interview at 11 o'clock, I had a typical oatmeal, half cup. Typical oatmeal with some mixed frozen berries, 2 small bananas, and some honey. And after this, I had a small can of tuna, like a sweet chili tuna, which had a 5 grams of fat. I was thinking, I actually want to just keep focusing on the carbs, but this itchiness was just too strong, and I was thinking I need to feel a little bit calmer to go on this interview. Anyway, even with this little bit of protein, I just feel like if you ever done some fasting before, you feel like irritated and itchy. You just want to you can actually work quite fast and efficient because you're kind of just looking forward for a fatty meal. So I went to this job interview and I was talking with that guy. First 5-10 minutes was okay. Everything was a bit new and exciting, but then I kind of just get itchy again. I just feel like, I just want to get out of here. I can't really concentrate, and I just wanted to get my fat in. Then I had to go back to my old company and had to do other things, so I couldn't have lunch until I think around 2:30, 3 o'clock. It's not really optimal. I think on this kind of diet, you need to have your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, a bit more regularly. If you're more on fat burning diet, you can go longer time without eating and getting in trouble. Yes, and I also think like I should maybe move my body more. Maybe I should just tomorrow I'm gonna try. I'm doing a little bit of my workout. My workout is just pull-ups, some squats, but I wanna what I like to try tomorrow is just go maybe a little bit for a run, maybe some sprints, some HIIT training, and see if you can burn a little bit this energy off, maybe to calm you down a little bit, getting this irritation away. Otherwise I think it's okay. It is okay. Do I feel like I'm losing weight? It's a bit hard to say. If you do this kind of experiment, it's good to measure your belly, your arms, and to weigh yourself. I don't have a scale. I need to get a scale. But my feeling is I don't really feel like I'm losing fat here. Yeah. I think it is also the problem is I'm eating way too late and don't give my body enough time to digest before I go to bed. So, but I think this is with everything. You kind of start somewhere and then you improve along the way. Also, what I noticed besides this irritation, there was a little bit lack of motivation. It was like I had this job interview and I was like, I can't be bothered. I think with a lot of things I was mentally kind of negative and stressed and angry. Like, you're tense. If someone would talk with me and it wouldn't go the way I wanted it, I really feel like I want to snap, And yeah, this is just my experience so far. See how we go tomorrow. Or maybe just quick I just want to quick talk about what I ate today. So in the morning I had my oatmeal with coconut water. I don't want to use milk. With it with some fruits, honey, and a small can of tuna, 90 grams. Then for lunch, my late lunch was chicken breast with green curry paste and some rice. And afterwards I had my typical smoothie. And it was just too late because 2 hours later I had my dinner. It's just too much volume at nighttime. I should have just moved it all more in the mornings, you know, give it more time to digest and burn it off. Yeah, for dinner I didn't have my salad. I just couldn't be bothered to do a salad, so I just had that chicken breast again and some rice, and what else did I had? A bit some zucchini, and then after, I love having my juice with water. So what I do is I buy these concentrated juices and I mix them with water. So, and often I drink like 2 500 milliliter of those juice. So I would do, so I have a half liter glass. I would fill up half, let's say 250 ml of juice, and the rest with soda water. And I would drink 2 of them, which my body really wants it, you know. It wants the sugar and also the water, because from that salty dinner you just want to kind of flush out a little bit. Plus it's really enjoyable. It is really enjoyable, you know. At the end of the day, maybe you watch a little bit some video, or you do a little bit some work, and it's really enjoyable, those juices with water. But the problem with this is it is just too much liquid. I constantly need to pee then, and then you don't get a good sleep. And so there's still a lot of improvement in this. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. See you tomorrow.